right, so I have one more video I sat here and thought about, and I decided I'm going to do. Um, Again, goes with depression, okay? Um, and I think it's more so about saying a few things, okay? So I've explained what it is, I've explained coping skills, but I want to talk to those people that are family and friends and coworkers and peers to those that have depression, okay? That's who I'm talking to right now. That's who needs to listen to this. Because, I have learned that and heard that people that have depression or any other mental health issues, these people suffer more in their groups, their society, their city, their surroundings. They struggle to be a part of the communities. They struggle to have friends. They struggle to work sometimes. They struggle to have support. They struggle to have those around them that they need. And I think my take to that is this. If you guys are those who you don't have depression, but you know somebody that does, or you have family that does, or you have coworkers that do, I need to put it out there that you guys can be their greatest support. Okay? You guys can be their helpers, their people, their check-ins, their ways to feel that it's okay, because in a lot of areas it's not okay. Like, for example, if you tell somebody that you're depressed, a lot of people don't understand. And there's like, why are you depressed? Man, Diane, you get to stay at home, you don't have to work, and life should be good. Okay, that's what I heard a lot of. Okay, when I would tell people I was depressed, they'd be, but why? Don't question them. Not in a negative light. Don't be that person. Don't be the person that frowns upon them or makes them feel that it's tacky or wrong or that they're, shouldn't be. Don't be that person. Be the person that can help them say, dang, I'm depressed, but I have somebody. Be that person that can be the positive person for them. Okay, I'm not telling you to make them codependent upon you. I'm not telling you that you're their only one. But if somebody entrusts in you and tells you that they're depressed, don't ask why, or don't make snarky comments, or don't make them feel uncomfortable, okay? Be like, man, I am so sorry to hear that. Is there anything that I can do? Now if they're like, yeah, you can give me a place to stay and give me $1 million, and don't do all that. But treat them with kindness. Give them a reason to not think that you're doubting who they are or questioning what they've said. And then be an advocate for those people. Okay? I see people all the time online, in Facebook, on, just social media, whatever, that, they'll be like talking about their depression or their anxiety, and they're questioned and treated differently, or talked about or made fun of, where I'm at, we have this page that's like on Facebook that's like a free cycle, okay? And it floors me that people are in this group, right, to be supportive or because they need help, and somebody posts that they need something, and then they're belittled or bashed or talked about, or, it's just very negative. And y'all, you're not helping that situation, right? Just like if somebody tells you you're depressed and you're like, why? You're not helping that situation. You're not. Be an ear. And if you can't be an ear and you don't want to listen, smile and say, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it gets better. Be a person that, can be kind to the situation. Be someone that is positive outlook on that. Again, I'm not telling you to let yourself be used or, have that person can become codependent upon you, but merely just be human and understand that at some point in life, if you haven't already, you may be that person. And you wouldn't want them to treat you like you're treating them if you're treating them negatively. It's kind of like, okay, so people see me and they're like, but why are you depressed? Because life happens. And I handle things differently than you handle things. And things have happened to me that might not have happened to you, or things have happened to you that might not have happened to me. And it's just a whole process, or give or take, you know what I mean? And nobody deserves to be judged upon how they're feeling, right? Don't question people when they're like, yeah, I have to take medication for it. Don't question them. Don't try to pull out a negativity. Because all you do is you make that person that's already suffering from depression feel a little bit worse and question everything that they've just been working on. Whether they've been in counseling for 2 days, 10 days, or 2 months, or 6 months. As soon as they get that negative response, it can trigger that same feeling and process. So be a person that can be supportive with your words, supportive with your thought process, supportive, in the community. If you see something happening and you don't agree with it, say something. I've sent messages on Facebook to privately. I don't blast them out on the message. Do not, because there's no need. I don't need to do to them like they're doing to others. But I have said something like, hey, let's not do that. Like, if you don't agree with that thought process, just ignore it. There's a thing, keep scrolling. So if somebody's trying to talk to you, you have a coworker that's talking to you about how bad things are at home right now, don't make them feel like they've just wasted their time by saying, and don't do that. Don't be that person. If you have nothing to say good or nice or not offering your time in your ear, just simply say, I'm sorry you're going through that. I hope it gets better. Because you don't know what that is. You don't know what they're going through. You know what you heard, but you don't know what happened prior to that. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. But the last thing that they need is you to be rude or negative or just a jackass for no reason. So, I'm very blessed that I have family around me that are very supportive. Nobody's like that with me when it comes to depression. I mean, not everybody. I don't even know that everybody knows that I'm depressed, because I don't present it as a depressed person. Not today. If you would have talked to me a year ago, I probably wouldn't have been this good. But I still medicate myself for it because I know that we still have COVID, and I'm still seeing a lot of negativity in the news, and there's nothing positive much anymore. So I'm not ready to be done with that medication, right? And I might be on it for the rest of my life. And guess what? That's okay. But if I come to you and say, yeah, I suffer from depression, if you were to turn your head the other way or snark at me, it would hurt. It would hurt that I trusted you to tell you. It would hurt that I was being vulnerable in a moment and just needed to get something off my chest in the break room at work, and you made a rude comment. It would hurt if I tried to instill into William and he was like, okay, whatever. That would hurt. And it would probably make it worse. So just be mindful of who you're talking to and what's going on. Again, depression's one of those secret things where you can't always tell. A lot of people can wear a smile or fake it out for a long time, and they just do it because naturally that's what they're used to. But you don't know what's going on behind the door, in their mind, nothing like that. So just be open-minded to being, again, kind-hearted. I think that was weighing on me because, after I talk about, identifying what depression is and how we cope with it, I think that, I deal with a bunch of people that, like especially in a group home, these littles don't support others and or understand, and they're rude, they're just blah. Now, mind you, they're kids, so we're working on training, or not training, but teaching them. But I still know that sadly, there's adults that are on that same level, So it was something that was just eating at me that I thought I'd better come on here and say that, if you know somebody that is suffering with depression or going to come to you and tell you about their depression, because maybe you don't know they're suffering through it until they tell you. But if you find somebody that trusts you with it, if you can't say anything nice and you don't want to support them in any ways, don't say anything ugly at all. Sorry you're going through that. I hope it gets better. That's simply all you have to say. And if you're not sorry, just say, I hope it gets better for you. Because that, to me, is more support than you saying anything negative. And if you're one of those people that are at work and somebody's instilled that out to you, don't go run your mouth to other people. That's not their business. For some reason, you are a person that they need to tell. Okay? So let that be with you and stay with you. And don't spread it to everybody. All right? I think that's going to be wrapping it up for now for depression. Again, we'll probably come back to it quite a bit. Because, again, I'm going to be recording these often because I want to always have something for you guys. So, for now, I just want to say thank you guys for this and for listening. I know they've been long videos, but I don't know how to trim it down because it's very important and it's in every aspect it's important. So, thank you guys so much. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications and comment with anything that you have. And I'll be back. 'Cause when